Hey, ladies and gentlemen, good day. How are we all doing? Bandit pirate number 1, yes. Oh, I just realized I have Perseus in my title. I don't even know if I'm going to be flying that today. I don't know if we're going to have the crew. Hey, Carbon, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. It's time, chat. It's time. Yo, welcome in, everybody. Oh, I'm a little bit feel, I don't know how you say it. Not tired, but feeling weird a bit. No real plans for the... Hey, Diddy. Hey, Yogi. What we're gonna do, Diddy, huh? You tell me. What are we going to do? You tell me.
You reached your goal yesterday.
Reach the goal? Which goal?
Yeah, to get up in level.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
we did
so-
off stream.
Alright, you maxed it out?
I not maxed it out, but I don't think I'm gonna go for another day of killing AI non-stop. And the bar moves really slow. Really slow.
Yeah. It's a proper grind, isn't it?
And yeah, it feels like it's more of an off-stream thing to do and chill, not gonna lie. Under the weather. Under the weather is actually a very good way to describe it, yeah. You guys are always finding the words for me, yeah. It's like, you don't feel sick, you don't, like, you know, you don't feel bad, but it's like you're just like, yeah, like, you know, yeah. No, not burned out. Absolutely not burned out. We farmed Nick's Vaughn bit yesterday evening. It sucks ass. Off stream, I tried doing the intromission for Vaughn, and then the moment I did it, I saw it like go like, oh, simple task, and I'm, hey, I've seen that for many years. I'm not even gonna do it. It's like same missions. Then I saw this Dead Saints. I was like, who's that? What is that? I started the mission and then I read the description, and that's just the Twitch from Arcorp, and I was like, okay, cancel that. That's not new. It's gonna be the same shit. So I'm like, okay. Intersec is like the only new thing, and I can show you. It's honest.
I don't think you did delivery missions for Twitch in the start. I actually think you went and killed.
Dread Pirate Robbers on 628. Marvelous Drift. Hey Drac, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay. We also tried yesterday stealing the Vandal guy. So we disabled a blade and scooped it into the Idris. The guy looked very mad inside of the cockpit with all his teeth, you know, like sitting in the cockpit. But the moment we warped away with him, it just despawned the ship along with the Vandal. We wanted to try to get stored with the guy in Levski and see if we'd teleport the actor into the lobby, but the moment we warped away at a certain distance, it just despawned the entity. Was sad.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Yeah, so
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent.
fun detected, exactly, yeah. I'll just say a stock ship and show you. I mean, I don't know, maybe we can grind. I don't
Until we
know.
get more people, we might as well.
The problem is, it's gonna be like, what's this gonna be like? It's gonna be like me sharing to you, I assume, right?
No, it could be the other way. I have them too.
Oh, you have them too?
Yeah, we reached that goal and we were waiting for it to pop up again, but it was like 2 hours.
True. We should probably take a pally then, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
It's the best thing to do.
To the ASOP vehicle
Have you
retrieval.
installed an XL1?
I don't remember. Do you have
I
a
will
decked
just take
out
forever.
pally?
Yeah, me?
Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Please visit us again.
Hey Zen, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How are we doing? How are you doing? How's the king? Oh, what? What the fuck? Okay. It's that way, man. You're going the wrong way. It's the other way.
Hello?
Hey, Sick. What's up?
Sorry about last night, that update.
What was last night? I don't remember what was last night.
I crashed in Diddy's ship and then all my drivers
Ah, bro, whatever.
went wrong.
What happens in Nyx stays in Nyx. Are you on the server, Diddy?
Did you join on me?
I join on Croberts. No.
Then no.
Should I join on you?
That's a low pop.
Okay. Am I good, Zen? I don't know. It's like someone said, in chat earlier, because I couldn't find the right word to describe it, I'm a little bit under the weather. Yeah, it sounds like a British thing to say.
It's very British.
Yeah.
Or very English, should I say.
Yeah. Deflated. My entire existence is deflated, bro. Joining on a Nifty Zero. that's how I am doing. Your server is called Nifty Zero. That's literally the absolute description of me right now. Good. Let me crack open this.
Give me backspace back to Levski.
Yeah.
Then good to go.
Oh.
Playing around with an MX with 4 breaknecks on it. It's absolutely destroy light ships.
Wait, what? MX?
And yeah, the MX because it has 4 size 4 hardpoints and then
Oh,
like,
the Guardian
breaknecks.
MX?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then took the breaknecks from the Chev, 4 of those ballistic. And it's absolutely
Why
beast.
why you would dupe them? Aren't they just simply bad?
The breaknecks?
Yeah.
The bullet speed is like 1450.
Okay. Isn't there?
You think they're bad?
I don't know. Isn't there better ballistic? No.
Yeah, Revenants, but then you go down in bullet speed. The breaknecks fits together with NDBs and stuff like that. I
Okay.
run with 4 NDBs and 2 breaknecks and the Chev. Absolutely.
Okay.
beast.
Okay. I was about to say something. Oh, yeah. So yesterday again, when we're just chilling off stream, Cyrus brought out an Idris, and he had that big, massive, scary, ballistic turret on front that doesn't have a lot of ammo, but is like size 7 or whatever it is, with a crazy rate of fire. Well, for cannons. And that's how I'm saying the Perseus turrets have to be like. That turret doesn't have gimbals. That turret aims only with its own rotation. And I totally think that what they should have done in a Perseus. It was like a good thing that I was talking about it for so many days, and then I got into that turret and I was like, oh wait, that's exactly what I mean. And yeah, I definitely feel like that's what Perseus turrets needs, and then just having a better bullet speed, projectile speed, I guess. All right, I will be waiting. Did they talk about armor types yet on person? No, I don't remember any talks like that.
Sending invite.
Receiving invite.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
My
retrieval
hangar.
system.
Sending myself to your hangar. Your hangar. I don't see your hangar.
You'll be flying then.
I don't see your hangar. Why? Artlevsky?
Yeah.
Your hangar. I don't see your hangar. Are we still on the different server? I definitely joined on you.
Invite expired. It's just said on your screen, dude.
Send another invite.
No, because I cannot, because it expired. So you have to send an invite.
Fuck you.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Fuck Tua.
Maybe next time, actually click the button, dude.
I actually clicked the button. Backend still cooked? No, it doesn't seem so. It's just either I slow poked or something went wrong, but it seems okay. Oh, look at that skin. Look at that foreskin. Look at that meta loadout with this nano missiles. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Always ready. Diddy number 1. Skins are on, missiles are on. One titty ditty.
Oh, titty ditty.
On titty ditty.
A big titty ditty?
They're just mobbing me because I have a titty that's bigger than the other one.
One ball, I suppose.
Oh, am I actually flying? Oh my god.
Oh yes, you are, because you'll be able to see what the target is and go towards it.
Oh my god. Alright guys. We'll start with a painful process of progress bar movement.
Sharing mission.
Accepting. Spooling quantum.
Ending mission.
You do realise you're not on the radio, right?
What was that? I do realize on what?
You're not on the radio, you don't have to explain.
Yeah. I have to talk through every single action. That way I create an illusion that something is going on.
Now I'm with it.
Would you rather fight a controller player or a pro PC player in a Star Citizen? Oh, that's a weird question. I don't think, like, define controller player. Like a PlayStation, Xbox controller, you mean? Or like controller input like joysticks. Yeah, they do have that. I just think controllers in general are lacking in Star Citizen due to the lack of the keybinds. Like, you cannot just have enough keybinds. Like, you will have to have like a keyboard near you anyway. You would sit like this with a controller, but everything secondary you will still be pressing on a keyboard, right?
Can I get an invite on Diddy Diddy?
No.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
Target destroyed. Shields offline.
You're not supposed to go nav before share.
I'm just trying to dodge Fire Reno.
You get the shot.
Shields offline. Is now on.
Sending invite.
Got it.
Sharing the mission. Yeah, actually we can do some of those tasks. I'm so lazy. I mean, we did put the PDTs on Idris and the Perseus, but that's pretty much all we did. They do target the bombs, but only after the bomber has been flagged hostile. Well, he's gonna be tagged as hostile when you're dead, so... Happy Turkey Day. Perfect. And everyone, by the way. Carrying the mission.
Quantum drive is now off.
So yeah, that's a little bit weird. If they're getting targeted only when after it's hostile, it's like, oh my god, CIG. Bogey. Bogey. Bogey.
Shields online.
Brahma.
Shields hit. Target destroyed.
Sharing mission.
Man, I need left bracket bound to joysticks, not gonna lie.
Have that.
While you're not here with the Mantis, Hamler. What can I say? I'm pretty sure you can down the PDC nerve. At least that's what I read. If you turn off the weapons, no? It takes so long for Twitch to recognize that you connected your RSI account. I don't think Twitch has to recognize anything, no? You connected at the RSI webpage, you gain the drops progression anyway, and then you just claim it, no? In the drops page of Twitch. Guys, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I haven't done the drops myself, so I don't know.
Can I get another invite code?
Did you not take the invite?
No, I did. It said I joined, and now I can't see any party.
Oh, is it fuck?
It's Chris fucking Robbins.
Oh, Parfig also didn't get anything. Invite to party.
Okay.
Invite to party. Bitter.
Time out now. We have to transfer lead.
Where's the bad guy? Why it pops up so late?
Shields online. Okay. Shields hit. Target destroyed.
Sharing mission.
Accepting.
Shields offline.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Under fire. Immersive experience.
Is now on.
Alright, so party isn't working, right?
Quantum drive is now
I will transfer lead to you.
Mm-hmm.
Quantum drive is now on.
Invites out. Well, going. Alright. I'm sharing and then I'm abandoning it. Chat, accept it, please.
Yeah, it worked that time. It's Cutler's fault. Myself.
It's so slow, boys. Oh my god. Oh, that grind. That's how my daughter does. It's probably
Was
some
there no new
fucking-
missions? in this category?
No.
But
It's so bad, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that like those like 2-hour cooldowns though? Why CG? Who came up with that idea?
oh, okay. Thanks, Farfik, for telling me that Cutlet is lying.
What do you mean?
This was a big after saying.
Yeah, but I thought you were taking that one.
No, I have the one for 173.
Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, I thought you said you were on the same level. I thought you leveled up when I was asleep.
Yesterday we were on the same level.
Yeah, yesterday. It was yesterday. It's like another life. I told you we grind it up to the next level, and then I said, oh, I'll probably have to be the one who shares, and then you were like, no, I'm on the same level.
Okay, then I can fly.
Huge shout out to Devs for gifting 5 subs to the crew. Welcome aboard, new subscribers. Grab a seat, stow your gear,
full.
and enjoy the piracy with Space Cutlet.
This is awful. This guy. This guy. This guy.
Shields online.
Oh, did he just die by himself?
Perfect. Not by himself.
Shields online.
I just looked at it.
Then I'll just cancel.
Devs, thank you so much for 5 gift sub. I appreciate it, dude. Much love, much love, much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I'm ready to receive a mission.
Well, you will receive 0 shit until I jump out and we switch seats. One titty ditty.
Shields offline.
Check chat town.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke. Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Very good. Why did it stop? Oh, why did it stop?
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
God damn it. Like, Discord is so bad at this.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. Bespoke.
Whatever. Oh, that's good, okay? That's good. I guess DJ made that, yeah. Guys.
Bespoke. 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 Bespoke.
Online.
Bespoke.
Shields online.
Very good.
Shields offline. Shields online.
Well, chat. Now you won't even have a privilege to watch the bar grow. Because I will not be getting any progress. Yes, Diddy will!
About fucking time I get something.
Eliminate Vandal ship. Accept. Share.
Shields offline.
Abandon.
Got it.
Too late.
Jumping.
Can I fire the guns without going on a remote in a Paladin?
Yes.
Great, I don't have to press remote every time. Why does Diddy sound like a moaning old woman? Because I trained him on your voice recordings, Zen. Oh no. Yeah.
Sorry, can't hear you. Sir.
Also, as a old woman, Diddy is very power tripping, Zen.
I'm not being called one titty ditty for fun, dude. Well, it would be nice if those rocks would appear like not in the last moment, but you could like feel that you're going into like asteroid field, like not the last second, like they could fake like some sort of visual that you feel you're like entering a field. The old slag timed me out as well. Yeah, you don't fuck with Diddy, bro.
Shields online.
Yeah, I guess those sledges and all that shit will make more sense if we will have any sense in general in engineering.
Shields offline.
How did I manage to go almost through a half of pack of my steaks before I even started the stream? What the fuck? I should slow down, guys.
Okay. Shields online.
You said I could fire without the... Oh, you lied again, you piece of shit. Oh, I'm too lazy for this mode. Give me a break.
Shields offline.
Don't go nav, Diddy. Oh, wait, I forgot to abandon the mission. No, wait. I did. No, all good, all good. I did. It's sharing. Abandoned.
Shields offline.
What a great gameplay. Only in this game. Oh, there is a Star Citizen live? Oh my lord. What are they talking about again? What are they yapping? Let's put it in a background, guys, okay? Where is it? Oh, it's gonna be on Twitch, right? Oh. Unless I've got a time machine, which is not available, okay. Okay. Chat, we're gonna watch it. Fine. What? Where is it? Oh, I see Salty Mike. Oh, there it is. That's it. That will show everyone how expensive the the PC build should be, so you can attempt and try to play this game.
This is the sound of my voice. Wow. It's been a long time since I've heard the sound of my voice. Hey, John Crew, what does your voice sound like?
This is Don Pew, not John Crew.
I wonder if there was a single human being who didn't understand. That was you.
Plenty of people didn't get it.
Not the team didn't.
Sharing.
That didn't say a whole lot about your team. Ben, what's your voice sound like?
This is the sound of my voice. That's the one I've got. Oh, wait for the question, Jared.
All right, Mark.
You can always go back and watch the Hercules video if you want to hear that.
Oh gosh.
My God, their jokes are so
It was the Trials of
cringe.
Hercules, and we did a breakdown of the ad for the Starlifter, and we sort of positioned the whole thing as like the Trials of Hercules.
It's just like,
It was ages ago now. It was during COVID.
Yeah.
Because you had a massive problem trying to get my mic from home to actually be of any form of
Dude,
quality.
I had so much trouble during COVID. Like I had to become the IT department for the entire company during COVID, because the amount of people who can make a video game but have no idea how to use a computer.
well, Jared just assumed there are
software
people
that
in
both things
CAG who can make video
All right,
games.
So that's our.
Imagine the audacity to
Seems like it
even
works.
say that.
I'm gonna try to cram
Okay.
some pumpkin pie here. and we'll see you in
Holy
about 4 minutes,
shit.
everybody.
It's funny how every time I go in remote turret mode, it puts me in a pip mode here, which I don't want to use in this ship. But when I'm in a Perseus, every time I go to the turret, it puts me in an auto aim mode, which I don't want to use at the Perseus. Like how this company does everything inverted. It's live. It's live, Corn. I'll be more like live background watching. Chair. Oh! The fuck I just did? Sharing.
Shields offline.
Yeah, I know why it happens, Drat. It's just... Ugh. It's all designed to make you mad and buy ships to get rid of your frustration. True. When the only dopamine hit in a game is the pledge store, I guess it's well designed. But, oh, he will start yapping. Oh, he is eating. Oh, what the fuck? Only I'm allowed to eat on stream.
Change the scene. There you go. We haven't done this in a while. Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. They couldn't get me the pumpkin pie in time, so. And, I mean, I love you guys, but.
Shields online.
Bro, everything they do is fucking cringe, bro. Literally eating your subscription money, guys. Yeah, very true.
Carved pumpkins. Pumpkins come once a year.
I had a fascinating conversation.
Oh, the whole marketing team is here. Look at that.
Turnips instead.
We have an episode with marketing team.
Supermarket. Like big pumpkins, you just couldn't get them. So you used to get the biggest sweet that you could, carve that out. That's what you use.
They just twice as much.
Nowadays, yeah, they used to be dime a dozen.
The studio experience team, delightful that they are, went to Costco, because we still have Costco here, and they came back with what they approximated was an American Thanksgiving meal, which was a pumpkin pie, red vines, crazy delicious.
Not Twizzlers.
Not Twizzlers.
They're not?
Get the F out of here with Twizzlers. No, red vines and Twizzlers are not the same thing.
Okay.
The sad thing, they think
Not
it's
even
funny
close.
Oh, are they?
when the
Twizzlers
game
are
is in
like
such a
plastic.
state. That's the
Pancakes
worst
Lobo says
thing,
Twizzlers
right?
are greater than red vines. Can we ban him from Twitch chat, please? Reese's peanut butter cups and Welch's fruit snacks. a proper Thanksgiving meal. Hi, everybody. I realized I took a bite before.
So you're really brave eating in the opening.
Welcome to Star Citizen Live. A lot of ship talk.
Sharing?
Eventually. I'm your host, Jared Huckabee. And if you've never seen Star Citizen Live before, well, it's usually where we take about an hour out of our week and talk about all manner of things related to the ongoing and continuing development of Star Citizen. Today, we're going to go a little bit extra because we haven't done a show in a while. We're going to see if we can't make up for it and answer as many questions from the community, as many questions from my own curiosity as we can. Joining us on the show this week are 3 members of our esteemed vehicle content team. We'll go ahead and start here immediately to my right. Tell everybody who you are and what you do, John Crew.
I'm John Crew. I'm the vehicle director.
He's the lead
I look
marketing
after the
director.
whole
Stop.
pipeline of all
Stop the
content,
slides. He's the
all
lead
the
marketing
teams, all the
director.
studios.
So everything related to a vehicle is your fault.
Correct.
That's not remotely true. Most things, though.
Yeah.
Ben, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Ben Curtis. I am the vehicle art director. So I look after the visual side of the vehicles, I guess. Make sure they look as good as they fly.
So you don't like how they look.
Yeah, that's my fault.
What did he
Everything
just
else
say?
is-
As good as they
If
fly?
you didn't care for the fin on the L21.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my fault.
Okay, I'm not gonna take it too far, right?
It's fine.
Fine, we'll get it out right at the beginning.
I'm not gonna take it too far. I'll just listen.
And Mark, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Mark Gibson. I'm the lead vehicle content designer, and I make sure what John wants to happen actually happens.
Oh,
I
so
just told my
I,
Hooters waitress I'm a tier 3
probably
cutlet
in the new year.
subscriber. The whole restaurant went
Casta in
silent.
chat says,
Ooh,
question,
no.
should I have
You
bacon
could
and
hear
eggs
a
for
pin
breakfast
drop.
or beans and
My
toast?
waitress
Bacon
dropped
and
her
eggs.
tray,
Bacon and eggs.
eyes wide.
Bacon and eggs.
Then boom! Every Hooters girl in the building
both.
jumped me at once.
Yeah, both.
Ooh!
The better question is, how do you do the
ow,
eggs?
Oh-ee! I screamed as they rained down punches on me. Even the chef stopped
I was wanting them
microwaving the
fried,
wings to join
and then when
in.
they go wrong, they turn
Ah!
into scrambled.
Ouch! Wowie! Oh-ee!
That's a
Oh!
bad
ow,
fried egg.
ooh.
Catastrophically.
I'm on the
that is a
floor.
bad fried
For some reason, it's the one
bleeding
thing I
all
can't
over my
cook.
cutlet
Eggs always
merch.
go wrong.
Worth it though.
So one thing I like about this beginning of this show is that there's a whole bunch of content creators who are like, bring back the shows and whatnot because we need your content to make our content, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, that's why we do it.
he's talking about the
just wasting your
mic
time.
right now.
I'm just thinking about how many restreamers and things they're like, or waiting to watch and to have comments on things.
I'm just
or
fucking
wasting
waiting to
time
meme on
talking
you
about
guys.
Eggs.
It's
Eggs.
important.
In all fairness, we did say we were going to ask community questions, and that was a community question.
That was a community.
Stick. Yeah.
That was a community question.
That's the one.
So, all right. So this show's going to be a little different. We're gonna do some
Sharing.
general chat. We're gonna talk about some high level things that I think are important first, and then we are going to get to the community questions. Like I said, it's going to be a longer show than normal. I can't tell you precisely how long, but there's a lot I want to talk about. We haven't been on the air for
Sharing.
a while, CitizenCon notwithstanding. So I got you guys here. I came in on Thanksgiving. We want to make sure that we get the most out of this time. So let's start with some general conversation, some general stuff about ships in general, the project and whatnot. I want to start off with this year. This year, if my math is correct, and please, you guys correct me if it's not, you have now delivered 27 vehicles this year. So my question is, WTF? Like, how did this happen? And what's this change?
How did
been
this
like?
happen, Jared? It's very
It's
simple.
been pretty full on.
It's a marketing
We-
department. You need to sell ships to
So at the
earn
start of the
money.
year, we talked about
That's how it
doing
happened.
this year of quality of life and content. So we sort of knew we were going to be working at this pace ahead of time.
That's literally your entire
we
team,
knew
the ship making team
that,
and the marketing team. There is nothing else that exists in
There was a lot
CAG.
of content to fill, a lot of ships to fill. I think we've done a pretty good job of that. Big thanks to
700,
not just the team. that works on the ships,
700
but all the
people
supporting
marketing
teams,
team
like
and 300
all the people who do the web pages
people
and the marketing ads
ship
and the
team.
trailers and economy side, QA, everybody, because it's all just a big group effort, especially to do it at that scale. Like it's the most we've ever done in any year.
Yeah.
last year was 20, I want to say 23 or so. So even more this year is a big improvement. But yeah, it's not gone without its challenges, but I think we've done pretty well on there.
Yeah, I think
Done pretty well taking the Squadron 42 assets from 2018 and putting them straight into the game.
It's been full on, but I think we've kind of weathered it pretty well. I think there's been no secret that we've been kind of expanding the vehicle team a little bit over the last couple of years, and we're kind of starting to, I guess, see some of the benefits of that. I think we've also kind of, or I guess we're still in progress of kind of like changing some of our processes and how we kind of tackle ships. That has kind of allowed us to speed up. Our concept team's grown. Like, everything has kind of grown a bit to allow us to kind of get a little bit more kind of throughput. I think, it has been a challenge, but I think I think the team are in a pretty good place with what they're able to deliver and the speed and what we can deliver. We've ticked off a few big ones, ticked off a load of small ones, and it's kind of finding that balance of getting through some of the big ships, but also still being able to deliver a whole bunch of.
Yeah, I've seen it somewhere.
Finally getting the Idris out the door.
Yeah. And I mean, some of that stuff. We've kind of got to thank some of the other teams on the other project that helped us with that kind of side of things. But I think it's been a busy year, but it's been a good year. Like, everyone's come to the end of it. It's like, do you know what?
Of course, you guys get a good bonus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, and it's been reflected in every metric. Our
in every salary metric.
Our concurrency is way up. Yeah. So.
And I think some of that stuff as well, to be fair, is we can't lay claim for that. Like, some of that side of things, if the plan at the beginning of the year for the year of kind of stability and improvements, I think, has meant that there's more people want to play and they want more ships to play with. And so, the kind of work of some of the other teams outside of the ships that have kind of helped with that side of things.
Sharing.
So, I want to follow up with another question. So, 27 ships. About how many were from the backlog? My next question is, there's this question that always happens. We're just going to jump right into it, guys, here. The decision between making a brand new ship that nobody's ever heard of, straight to flyable, and by the way, you missed the fact that not a single concept ship this year.
Yeah.
This is our first year we've done entirely straight to flyable or backlog ships. No more, the era of selling JPEGs or whatnot is
That's a good point.
To say,
I can give him that.
But
that's a good point.
Where was I going with this? Oh, but the choice between the backlog ships, like, how does that work? There's folks out there who are obviously waiting on their Banu merchantman for however many years. I think it's almost 12 at this point, and stuff like this. Versus getting a brand new ship like the L-22 or whatnot. How do you make these decisions?
As we've said this a few times, but as you said, always someone's first show. When it comes to the backlog ships, quite a few years ago, we decided that we're not just going to release ships that just don't have their gameplay loop.
Clipper?
Like their main gameplay loop. And for a lot of those older backlog ships, they rely on features.
Yeah. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Or won't be in the game.
That's bullshit.
The period of time it's going to take to make that vehicle.
Bullshit.
And I can't remember how many backlog ships we did this year, but I know the backlog has gone down because of it. Like, we've not added to it. It's net decreased. So when you look at the ones that are left, there is a sizable proportion of those that fall into that camp of they require feature gameplay loop. And we don't want to start and go through a whole vehicle to get to the end and not be able to release it. We'd rather use that time and resources to do other things. So the backlog pool of ships to pull from is relatively slim, so that has to be balanced against, we've got 11 patches this year. We will want to have a ship in every patch. We've got Fleet Week and IAE, which we need to have a lot of ships in. So it's always a back and forth of shiny new content, upgrading older content with gold standards, and then delivering backlog ships.
So
someone told me, Chad, be thankful.
Like you should say, we have answered it before, but it's important to continuously reiterate this again. It's the first show, and sometimes people just don't pick it up from the first time. It's while we don't always succeed,
Left side back.
Obviously, the clipper just went out. It's got a fabrication station in there. Crafting is
Thanksgiving
not in
meme,
just yet.
I guess.
Whatnot. There is a certified and deliberate effort to only
told
make
him
ships
his
that come
dance.
with their gameplay whenever
Close
possible.
up
So,
in.
and that,
I'm not
that's
a
major
I'm not a
part
US guy.
of why
I don't
we
get
make ships
Thanksgiving
other
jokes.
ships.
Sorry.
While making 27 ships this year, and while working down the, not adding to the backlog with no new concept ships, while cutting down the backlog with delivery of those ships, you also, I think everybody's aware at this point that we're on the cusp of releasing, finally, our first version of engineering. Like, we have been talking about engineering so long. The first time we mentioned it, I was dressed as a vampire. Like that's how long. It was pre-pandemic, and we are on the verge of finally delivering this first version of engineering. We're currently shooting for December, before the end of the year. But obviously, this has been a massive undertaking for your teams, because you have to go back, and as we're approaching nearly 200 ships now, not just convert the old ships to work with the new system, adding components and stuff like this, but making sure you build the new ones with this in mind. How's that been?
That's been crazy. It's a huge amount of work, and it isn't just they finish the feature, here's how you do it, off you go. We work with them to do the prototypes for it as well, so we actually test out and implement it on normally a test vehicle that gets chosen. But then to go back, because we've been developing ships for 8, 9, 10 years at this point, it means that how we've set stuff up over the years has changed as well. So how we have to deconstruct and then reconstruct it to work is different depending on when the ship was released. So on top of having to actually get the ships out and release all the new content, any downtime is spent a combination of either bug fixing, quality of life for existing ships, or doing all of this feature support. Right now, the entirety of the vehicle design team is off doing tweaks and changes to improve how features coming out in December feel and experience, and we're actively making changes from what we thought it was going to be to what feels better and is a better experience. Literally right now, the team is sat doing it, probably listening to me talk about them as well.
Yeah, I think that's like, part of the challenge is even like simple things like make sure the ships have got fire extinguishers. Like, we've known that's been coming for a while, and we've been adding them to a lot of our ships. As soon as we kind of knew that was coming on, but we didn't necessarily know exactly how that system was going to work, and we had no real way of kind of like testing it. So really now, a lot of the time is, you think, oh yeah, well most ships got fire extinguishers, it's fine, but we still need to go through, test them all, make sure they all work, realise that, oh actually, there's a bit of collision that is a tiny bit too big, that looks fine, but we had no way of testing it. And it's those sort of little things that kind of catch you out. On the art side, we're probably in a better place because our side is less impacted by it. I think it's really kind of the design set upside, this kind of weathering the...
For engineering, there's a lot goes into it that players just don't see. So we could spend 2 hours talking about how we do it, but essentially and we've been doing this process under the hood over the last 18 months, 2 years?
Yeah, near enough.
Basically stripping out the old item pipe system, replacing it with the resource network. That was a lot of manual labor to do that. Mm-hmm. And the way that's been in the game since before 4.0 has just basically been all the items just automatically connected themselves. That was just to get the system in functional. And now we've been doing the passes of actually physically linking all the items correctly to the relays. So people will have seen in larger multi-crew ships that have released the last 2 years, physical relays, physical items, and it's literally connecting up the resource network for those. So when you have a ship that has an engineering screen, you can see all these connections, you can manage it. And for the initial release, everything will support engineering. It just comes in different sort of stages. It's obviously, everything has to work, step one.
Ideally.
Ideally.
Well, is that the requirement?
Yes. It's not always a guarantee.
Not always a guarantee.
Let's just be real. It's not always a guarantee.
But obviously, a single-seater is less work and less requirements than, say, the Polaris, where a single-seater, you have the ability to repair your items through the MFD, and that's our sort of fallback case for a ship that doesn't have physical components. You could be able to do that gameplay from the cockpit from an MFD, and then as we go through the ships, physicalizing all the items, adding engineering screens. Again, not every ship will have an engineering screen because it just doesn't make sense to do that.
No.
You get more and more of that gameplay unlocked, but it's not like if a ship doesn't have physical components, it's way better than one that does for the gameplay. They both get impacted the same.
Mr. Malzero in the chat says, what about armor? Well,
I cannot wait for the moment where they abandon where ships will have all the components.
Without armor, when
wait, give me a second about armor.
Code check-in. I was talking to Torsten earlier today. When it returns to PTU, I think tomorrow, the day after, as soon as the build is where it needs to be, armor. The first version of armor will be in as part of engineering, and it's going to dramatically change the balance between ballistics and lasers and all that stuff.
Different tiers of ships and everything. So it's just fundamentally different how combat's going to play out.
Yeah, it's now you're now going to have this choice. Sure, I can use lasers if I want to peel down the shields and then melt the armor and stuff, or if I know where the shield generator is and I've got ballistics, I can punch right through that and take those out faster. It's like,
you have not completed the mission.
It's going to be a real interesting
destroy all of them to see which one it is.
Challenge and change to.
If target is not showing even now, then it's a bug mission.
These ships, the more effective.
You probably want to abandon it.
And stuff, and then of course, continuing changes to flight model. The flight model will make that better and stuff as time goes on.
Yeah, well, it also massively benefits people actually taking larger crews, because if you're trying to fly it on your own, you can't go around repairing all the components in the bigger ship. So it encourages you to actually go out with your friends because they stay in the fight a bit longer.
Just abandon it first,
it's going to be a huge shift in the dynamic of the multi-crew ships.
Yeah. So we've got an ISC that'll air.
Yeah,
next
that's
week.
what it had to be.
We shot with
yesterday.
It'll go over a bit. When the PTU goes, you'll learn more about engineering from PTU than you will from the ISC.
I wanted to comment on it before they started talking about armor, but I forgot what.
4 or 5 that help explain a bunch of the fundamentals and stuff. So we're all shooting to get this out before the end of the year. So we're going to do our best. We've talked about making all the new ships. Talked about the choice between backlog stuff and whether. There are still there's this other class of stuff. There are still flight-ready ships who are still needing their gold standard, their gold standard. So let's explain what the gold standard is real quick. And if you're so inclined, give me a list of what ships are getting their gold standard in 2026. I know it's a win.
I was saying old ships have all components in one space. One missile will take them all out.
I want to know what
that's what I wanted to say.
Next year.
So
or one ballistic shot.
I mean, it's a term that kind of gets thrown around a lot, but for me, it's about if we were releasing that ship today, making sure it has all the features, all the functionality of a ship that we are releasing that's brand new. So really, it's going through and just kind of like, ticking off all of its components, its physical items, the different interactions, making sure the metrics are correct, and it's really just kind of bringing it up to the gameplay experience that a more modern ship would have. It's less about kind of making like stylistic changes for the just because you can. I think there's something to be said for kind of keeping a ship's history. Now we have obviously over the last 10 years or so things have improved in how we kind of create the ships. So we do tend to go in and make some material changes. We might relight it and do those sort of things. But I don't really want to go in and take away like the kind of core DNA of a ship. If we're going that far, then I think we may as well do a Mark II or a Mark III or whatever it might be. But for me, gold standard is just bringing it up to the kind of the functionality that we would if we were kind of releasing it today.
Okay, so that's gold standards. There's a lot of questions from the community thread, and we're going to get to that in a few minutes here, about the other ways we update the ships. So there's the gold standard, which you just explained.
Yep.
And then there's an outright rework.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you've got. I think it's Polaris owners are now somewhat envious of the Perseus interior.
Yeah.
Star Runner owners are looking at the Clippers' second entrance, and being like, "Where's my second entrance?" The 600i.
Yeah.
Just do that there. Sometimes we do a gold standard. Sometimes we shoot for a rework, and sometimes we do a Mark II, as we did with the Hornet. So talk to me about how the choice between a rework and a Mark II comes about.
So with the reworks versus Mark II, it depends on what we're trying to achieve and whether what already exists actually achieves that. So using the 600i as a prime example, just as a talking point for one. When we made the original 600i, we had a particular vision for how we wanted
I didn't abandon?
and laid out, and then as the game evolved,
I
we
fucked
realized
up.
that the interior just doesn't work for what we actually want the ship to be able to do, what we want to achieve, what we want the experience
I
to
think
be
I
while
fucked up.
while using it. And realistically, if that ship was left in the state that it was,
No.
it wouldn't actually
Everything
fit
is
its raw
abandoned.
purpose within the game. So what we want to do is rework something like that. It needs to be taken back and then re-reviewed, and obviously everyone's seen the rework images, the concept board. There's an entire thread
No,
on
I didn't
Spectrum
fuck
where
up.
people are keeping track of everything for it that we've ever said and covered. That's the rework. That's when what's there doesn't work. It doesn't need tweaked. It doesn't need things adding. It doesn't need minor changes. It's straight up. It just needs removing and putting back in. The gold standard can sometimes be just bringing something up to scratch. So that's adding, say, the suit locker's missing, or the weapon rack doesn't work.
Did you get the share, did he?
Other features that help the gameplay experience, but don't require us to fundamentally change something about the ship. And then the Mark IIs exist, where the Mark I, the original, still works for the rule, but we want to make it bigger and better, but we don't want to get rid of what the original rule was being fulfilled. So if we talk about the Aurora?
Too late now.
If we talk about the Aurora, so the Aurora interior, oh man, I'm getting in trouble after this.
Oh yeah, pretend you're getting in trouble after this. Yeah, of course.
It's not obviously.
Like it's not,
people are now hearing the Aurora's
like
getting the gold
not
standard.
every
If you read the
single
monthly reports.
word that gets
Is it
out of
monthly
your
report?
mouth
Okay,
is
so-
literally
okay, so
signed off
the
by
Aurora's
Chris
getting the gold
Roberts.
standard. So what that is, the interior still mostly works, but there's some tweaks needed to make it work with our gameplay loops. But we don't need to strip the entire interior back. It needs a place to put weapons. It needs a place so you can actually walk inside with storage boxes. It needs a fire extinguisher. We don't need to gut the entire ship. So that's why the Aurora is getting its gold standard. It doesn't need a full rework. And we don't want to change what the Aurora is, because the Aurora's, it's the Aurora. So that's when a Mark II might come along, because we do something bigger, better, different, something we're more interested and engaged in, something that allows it to be more than what it was, but is something new.
Don't give me this might stuff. You already said it, and they already saw my reaction. An Aurora Mark II is coming.
Yeah, the Aurora Mark II is a thing. I'm not going to go into details about it, but it allows us to take the
What a
DNA
surprise. No
of
one expected
what
that.
A Mark I is, and then expand upon it, make it something different, make it its next generation of itself.
Yeah. If you look at it compared to like, the Hornets,
Just looked at the chat.
Bro,
the
they're
Hornet
just a
Mark
bunch
II
of
and Mark I
actors.
side by side, you can tell they are both Anvil Hornets, even though they are stylistically very different. They're the same role, they're the same rough shape, and that's what we want to do with the Mark I Auroras and the Mark II. That you look at it and go, that's an Aurora.
Did he get the mission?
It does the same roles, but it's new.
Yeah, I'm traveling to
outside
it now.
style.
Okay.
So, why make an Aurora Mark II? That's from the chat.
Primarily, a big visual upgrade compared to the Mark Is, but there are so many Mark Is out in people's accounts. Like, it's one of the most iconic Star Citizen ships. We don't want to just suddenly one day, poof, they all disappear, and you've all got this new other ship that you perhaps didn't want 10 years ago. So It's the same with the Mark 1
Such
Hornets. We didn't
bullshit.
get rid of them and replace everybody's with Mark 2s.
Such
both
bullshit.
can coexist.
No, you want to sell new stuff.
I was
Stop
here
lying.
Back when the Mark 1 was a thing.
Yeah, it's one of our kind of like iconic.
Oh, we don't
starships.
want. We don't want
you know, it's
poof
getting its
and
gold standard
disappear.
to make it- to bring it
Oh,
up
we
to
didn't
what
want
we want that
Hornets
experience to
poof
be.
and disappear.
then
How many
the Mark
people
II
love
gives us
their
an
Mark 1
opportunity to
Hornets and keep
update
flying
its
them?
visuals
I
to
don't
a
remember
point
when
where
I've seen a Mark 1 Hornet last
like I say,
time.
It's kind of like
Probably
the new
like a
generation
year
of
ago.
RSI. So it gives us the options to do
Bro.
both the
Bro.
making
Stop.
the originals function and play
Stop,
how we want, and also
CAG.
doing a kind of a full visual overhaul as well. And there'll be people out there that will be
It's
like,
disgusting.
don't like it, I want to keep Mark 1. And there are people out there that will be like, Mark 1's not for me, I love the Mark 2. And that's you know, that's a good thing, more options.
So I'm going to say something, and I don't want you to react one way or the other.
Then just don't put the camera on us.
But the opportunity, there's been a fan idea out there for as long as I've been here, well over a decade, for what an update to the Aurora
The wings.
do. And
The wings.
I just want to know.
The wings. He
have
will
you
talk
seen
about
it,
the wings.
And are you considering it?
He will talk about the wings.
Ramps instead of stairs.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
We're
about.
absolutely considering ramps instead of stairs. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. And we'll go ahead and confirm that's coming in 2026, because why not? It's on the 2026 schedule.
Wait,
First
what?
half.
I thought he would be talking about the wings.
Nobody left to get angry at me. There have been a few cargo capacity changes recently. The raft, which was a big surprise. Like I didn't even know about that until it went live, and I'm like, what?
This guy just.
And then a few more coming up in the future with the whole series. The Whalegun, which we managed to sneak in there with a little hologram thing, as well as an announcement that it's coming in 2026, which was nice. And I hear even cargo changes to the Ironclad are probably in order.
Yep.
What can you tell us?
Sharing?
Yeah.
Let's start with the whole series.
Got it?
They were concepted back
2015.
15
By the great Jim Martin.
by the great Jim Martin. Back then, they were everyone's favorite measurement of cargo, freight units.
How many FUs a ship
They had
had?
so many FUs. And then it got converted to SEUs. And as we brought the whole series to the game, the whole C actually, I think, kept at its original
Pretty
SEU
close.
conversion rate. The hull A was 48 at concept, but we increased that to 64. Again, cargo metrics in our game solidified over the years. It didn't make sense to do this weird 48 because it didn't nicely fit in with the size cargo crates we have in the game. And as part of that, we decided that we want 32 SEU containers to be our largest container in the game. There's not going to be like a magical 64, 128, 256.
Wait, they said there will be.
Sort of has knock-ons for the whole D&E, but I want to talk about the whole B first. In that we've been working on that.
They said there will be more than 32 in
and
game.
That was 384 SEU at concept. It's now going to be 512, and it can still land with the cargo fully on, planet side, and you can get in and out of it as an important thing. There was a lot of finagling to get that to fit.
We don't have images. I want to be clear. We don't have
So
images because Ben gave me
512
I forgot
and
to load
ability
them
to
up.
land. I
So
mean,
you
that's
can blame
nothing critical.
me.
Like we have
But
ships with
essentially,
bigger cargo.
It went from this
There's nothing
to
new.
like this in order. Yeah.
Should be a concept art, Jared.
That's that, and
I
then
paint pictures with words.
Yeah.
slightly longer, but still within the same hangar size.
It was a little bit of a headache, but we tried a lot of different things, but yeah, we got there at the end. So yeah.
Well, it'll be all right. It'll be a nice reveal when it comes, and you're working on it now. So that's all we'll say about that one. Did you just say it's coming in 2026?
Yeah. If we're doing this, let's go.
All right. Yeah, the whole B is coming in 2026 too.
Should we just list them all, John?
No.
No silhouettes this year. We're doing this instead.
Yeah, I got a question about this.
Wait, are we done already? Did he?
Raylan, 320 to 640. People have seen the hologram.
It's not
in the
updating with
halls
Marco.
and
No, it's not
seen a
updating.
lot of comments about the triangles missing.
Should we abandon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not. It's fake news.
yeah, it's not. So the hologram was based off of the game we have in the model we have in game at the moment. We are currently working out
sharing
exactly what we're going to do with the cargo on it.
Got it.
In terms of, I want to keep the aesthetics there. I want to keep it as close as we can to the original concept, but I also want to make sure that it works. And like I say, we don't want to end up with these weird shaped kind of cargo containers. So we're trying a few different things. Haven't nailed it down in concept yet. It's kind of in the next couple of weeks we'll start looking at it, but it will support kind of just standard cargo metrics. We will keep the kind of like the visuals of these triangles. They may be like a frame that kind of clasps around it and holds it and kind of moves out the way. There may be little end caps. Not sure exactly, but it was just a case of we haven't fully resolved that yet. So that's why it's not on there.
Okay.
But it is.
Yeah.
That is still the plan.
Won't go back to the D&E because I forgot to go back to them.
I was going to go back after
Okay.
you did the Iron 2, but you can do it now. We'll sandwich some bad news in with the good news.
Whole D&E owners sit down, because this is going to sound like bad news, but it's
That's right.
It's the news.
You look right at your camera there.
Which
There you
one's
go.
this one?
Yep. Nope. Give him the John Crew camera.
Move out the way.
Give him the bad news camera.
Zoom in.
All the way. Your cargo capacity is going quite a long way down. So the D, and I've got my notes here, is going down to 6,912 SCU, which is a lot of SCU. And the E is going down to 12,288 SCU. So, gut reaction, that's a big drop from, I think, 98,000, and I can't remember what the D was. Yeah. But for years, people have quite rightly said, this is going to be so boring. I don't want to sit and load 3,000 plus 32 SCU containers by hand, or even in an org. Yeah. Economy-wise, huge concerns. And then performance-wise, also huge concerns. So whilst they have on paper gone down by a big percentage, they are still
the top of the game.
Absolute top, and we have no plans currently to have any ships that get anywhere near those. Like, I can't think of one that actually beats the whole sea at this point in terms of cargo capacity. So the D&E is still the cream of the crop. Their role remains unchanged as the bulk and super carriers. Their SEU comes down to more reasonable levels.
It's because they apparently realize they just don't need that much, right?
Hand on heart, genuinely curious how long it would take to put that many 32 SUs on it.
Yeah, and we looked at the concept.
Someone was shooting?
And
did he? Oh, I see.
There's some quirks. They basically add extra spindle for the D and then for the E. But the scaling's all like.
Yo, but they didn't say it before the Misc Day sale, right?
Even get to those numbers with the current actual cargo metrics. Like, the spindles would have had to have like quadrupled in size. Yeah. As it was.
I think proportionally would look
proportionally
interesting. Yeah. And obviously, we'll revisit the concepts when we kind of get to that point as well, because they're going to need a full pass.
It's one of those things. I'm looking at chat here live. I think a lot of people suspected the same thing. It's like the numbers never quite made made sense. They were a mistake back then. Whenever these are ships that are not coming in 2026, but we know the answer now. We know what the correction is, and John came to me, gosh, it was like last week, I think, and said, hey, I'd really like to get this information out there now. There's no reason to sit on it. So I really appreciate you doing that. Back to some better news then, Ironclad. We're talking about cargo.
Yes, so that's obviously in production. Again, monthly reports, backlog ships are always mentioned in there. We don't keep them a secret. Ironclad cargo capacity, both of them, going up. So the base Ironclad was 1,536.
1536.
1536. That's going up to 2,204, and the assault's going from 1,152 to 1,440.
I see why you got notes now.
Yeah, this is why I have it written down. Again, they may change slightly as we get close to release, but it's that proportional change. Why did that happen?
We reshuffled the inside of it. It was the bulkhead move, and it was changing where the ladders were. So there was, as we went into, when we went through White Box with the actual layout, we then get a good chance to walk around and play and feel what the ship would be like. There were a few changes that happened to the layout and how we were orientating everything. And as things push and pull around a little bit, there's a little bit more space. It made sense to fill it, so we ended up putting a little bit more cargo in there. It's one of those things where there might be a little bit of change. We'll never go down, but we'll sometimes take it up a little. Well, sometimes might go down. Talk about the whole D and whole E. But it made sense for the layout and everything, so just got a little bit more cargo because it made sense to add it, and it looked dumb not being there. Because it looked just like a gap, so...
I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, when we were looking at it, there was some gaps in the cargo grid, and it's kind of like, if they're justifiable, it's fine, but when there's just a gap, it's just people are just going to shove more cargo in it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
right. Well, it was just because the ladders moved. Yeah. Originally, there was paths so you could get to the ladders, to the catwalks, but because we moved them out to the side, it just didn't make sense for it anymore.
The Aurora Mark 1 sneak peek image that went out a few weeks ago was sat in the Ironclad's cargo hold as a background.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Oh, we didn't mention when the Aurora Gold Standard arrives.
2026.
2026. It's also coming with all those damn Kickstarter campaign
I've gone
paints.
pretty Sherlock Holmes on some of the old paints. And
oh shit!
Trawling
the paints from the Kickstarter. Let's go, boys.
Going back to the original Kickstarter page.
Yeah, we once promised before my time, and
literally some of the oldest outstanding things.
Well, we'll get
one of the reasons
the shitty paints just like we got it with a Cutlass after 10 years. With a little skull and, oh, it's a pirate.
Is that we can have a conversation at like 11 o'clock at night about how, guys, if we're going to do this gold standard, we really should dig out these paints. Yep. We really should dig out, these things that existed before I was here, before you were here, before you were here. Figure out what they are, figure out what's going to take to get them, and do them. And you guys are always down for stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. If that's something we're on the hook for and deliver, let's just get it out of the way. It's just nice.
There's 4 that we know what they look like, and there's still 2 or 3 that I can't find any visuals for at all.
No, they never had any visuals.
So yeah, we'll just we'll make something cool.
Yeah. So, all right, and finally, before we get to the player questions portion of this show, the last question that's from me. Every other question for the rest of the show is from you folks. What was my question? We didn't do a silhouette thing for Sysagon Direct
sharing?
Mostly because the 2 of you are lazy, I suspect.
It's a nice one.
So we didn't do a silhouette. We're not going to do one here today.
Do it live.
Don't get that hand shapes.
There's a whiteboard. I'll just drag it over. We'll start doing silhouettes everything for 2026.
There are still 2 outstanding ships from that silhouette of things that were supposed to come in the next year. Go ahead. We've already revealed. We've already said the Aurora Gold Standard is coming next year. We've already said the Aurora Mark II is coming next year. We've already said the. Oh, I almost revealed.
Not that easy, is it, Jared? When there's so many of them.
Tell me what those 2 ships are.
There's actually 3.
There's actually 3.
There's actually 3. So everyone thinks it was the MTC silhouette, but it was actually the MFC, which Ben announced in the MDC video yesterday. So
it wasn't because it has a building
that's the
back
fabricating
thing.
version of the. Yep.
Yeah, so basically it's got it swaps out the rear section for a crafting section, opens up.
With some lovely images again.
Okay.
Yeah, does this. Just imagine the back.
Goes up like that.
It kind of adds a little bit of like shielding, so you can get to your crafter if you're under attack and reload every
Chris
arm.
would be so proud of us, right?
Yeah, I know, it's brilliant. It's basically how I deal with my team. It's just this.
It's the classic art director gif. Of just
So yeah, we've got
that. The big Anvil Atlas chassis one is the Auxilia.
Yep.
Which is, if you like the Clipper, it's basically that in an Atlas ground vehicle chassis. So it has a crafting machine, same dimensions as the one in the Clipper, and a tier 2 med bed in it, in a big hulking great.
It looks really cool as well.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Nice little kind of forward operating base.
Kinda.
Yep.
Yeah. One person, drive it in, and you've got your little respawn and crafting and everything.
Keep trying that bunker.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the last one, a lot of people correctly guessed was a Glest. Guest was a consolidated Outlands ship, and that is I think currently called the Forge. I don't know whether we're going to keep that name or not. And you can guess from the name what it does. It's another crafting ship. It's basically a small to medium-sized solo ship with a whacking great crafting machine, bigger than the ones people have seen in the Clipper and other ships. And it also has an onboard refinery, so you can refine goods to make your things you are crafting or fabricating. And then 11th hour request for it as well was, much like the Pioneer, it's super big brother. It also has ground extractors in it, so you can land on a planet and extract the resources to refine, to use for your crafting.
And I mean, with that one, we were fairly early with the concept when we kind of paused it. Yeah. The concept's super cool. It's got this amazing kind of like slab front kind of glass canopy to it.
Full width flat glass.
Yeah, full width flat glass. So it was a really cool looking ship. Can't wait to pick it back up. But I don't know if we'll end up doing.
We'll end up tweaking it.
Yeah. Again, it's got a, like we talked about earlier, we don't want to do things that we're not confident that the gameplay is going to be there in time for its release, and it got a few extra things added to it than when we started the concept for it. So then that's obviously pause it.
And obviously, if it hasn't been apparent now, the reason those didn't come out last year is because crafting didn't come out last year.
Yeah, and you know, it was on the production schedule, but we knew ahead of time enough that we were going to end up with a ship that didn't have the gameplay, so we pulled that out. I can't remember what we put in its place, but we released something else in its place.
So is crafting coming in 2026?
It's above my pay grade, so you need to
ask that team.
We're going to try. All right.
Bruh.
Oh, there's a good question in the chat. I lost it. Oh well. You know who you were. So let's jump into the questions from the community. So the next 30 questions or so are entirely from members of our player base, and we've grouped them into a couple different subjects. Let's start with some Perseus questions. We'll start with the questions related to our 6 currently new vehicles at IAE. And the first question, and these are generally in order of what they were loaded up most, that could actually be addressed. Will you be adding gravitational plates to the outside walkway of the Perseus?
No. There's a lot of people love those areas that you can walk around outside of the ships. There's some really fun, annoying bugs and technical consequences from it that happen as a result of basically abusing the setup to get that to function. And for the Perseus, we really just wanted it as this planet side, like I've landed on a planet in my Perseus, and then I've got this nice little balcony on the side of it that I can go out the rear bridge airlock door and then just survey the land and
this guy's running.
ship from.
It's not to say that we won't ever explore some gravitational plates on the walkway.
Sure, but not the physics grid method that we currently use. So that we used to have on the outside of the carrier to stop people clipping themselves into the back of it and stuff. It's not what that system's intended for, and there's way too many consequences as a result of using it.
All those people hoovering up transport shuttles and asteroids with the front of their 890s and Carracks and things like that.
It's their fault.
It's their fault.
Okay. Why is the Perseus pilot? Why does the Perseus pilot have control over the ship's torpedoes when the Polaris pilot isn't allowed to use the torpedoes? There's a lot of questions from some rather salty Polaris owners who see the Perseus and like, why not me? So, what's the deal with the torpedoes there, Mark?
I'll let John give the good news.
Oh.
It is good news.
It is good news. So in 4.5, we're going to allow one of the bridge stations. We were talking about this last night. Which one?
We went for the gun, not the missile.
The gun one, not the missile. So the back right station of the Polaris bridge will have torpedo control as well now. It's, as you can imagine, you can use it from there. There's still a reason to go down into the depths of the ship to use it because you then get that 360 camera, and it also has a much larger queue of missiles from there.
Yeah.
So how many did we settle on? 8?
8. So
8.
Queue up 8.
If you want to bankrupt yourself, go down to the basement of the Polaris and queue up 8 torpedoes.
Will be able to queue up
Something you don't want to
8. Oh,
yes,
that's
we
big.
do want to, and people will in 4.5 have it. So at least they're on the bridge together doing things.
It's fucking expensive.
Why
Good
not
we
the
have
pilot?
money.
Yeah, why not?
Because we sort of want to have some enforced balance there. The Perseus torpedoes are way smaller, way less damage.
That's true.
Compared to the Polaris ones.
I think there's this thing.
How about
like
Idris
when
Railgun?
The Mercury Star owners look at the Clipper. It has a second entrance like this. There's this. It's easy to want every ship to have everything.
Yeah.
It's real easy and completely understandable from a player standpoint. Let's just be real. You have your favorite ship, and your favorite ship can't do something that some other ship does, and that irks. That just makes your brain itch. But this is my favorite ship, and I want my favorite ship to do everything because it's my favorite, and this is the last ship I want to fly. But weirdly, that's not exactly great game design. You don't want everybody to just pick one ship and that's the only ship they ever fly for the remainder of their time in the game, because that becomes boring. You want choice. You want compelling differences between this ship, that ship, and the other ship and stuff like that. So while there's certainly things that can be done, like adding the control to another station, behind the Polaris and stuff to bring certain things into parity, you don't want this forced equalization of all things.
Yeah, and without even looking at the chat over there, I can already tell they're going, well, the Polaris doesn't have this. Why does the Idris pilot get the railgun? And I can see that.
That's what I said.
And it's a sort of different problem in that if you don't give the pilot of a ship that has a fixed weapon on the front of it control over firing that weapon, it's basically useless. You will never hit anything trying to coordinate between two people with something with such force accuracy. That doesn't mean that we're happy with how powerful that railgun or beam is and won't look to balance that in the future, but it's not justification for the Polaris pilot or co-pilot, because we also had this discussion of why do we just give it to the co-pilot of the Polaris? Well, then no one will sit in the pilot seat because they'll go sit in the co-pilot seat because they can fly and then shoot the torpedoes at the same time. So it's all sort of a fun multi-layered thing, and it can seem like, oh, they're just ignoring the problem, but there's lots of things to consider.
And I think
you are ignoring the problem, and you're just coming up with excuses right now, John Crew.
We're not saying we're never going to go back and make improvements to ships.
My sound is bugged.
These guys are trying to balance it.
Oh, it's not. Never mind.
You just wandered into one of my, I've got my
apparently
I've got my
remote camera resets the audio bar.
Catchphrases, that have developed over the last decade and a half and stuff, and one of them is that every ship that you guys make is better than the last. I mean, I really truly believe that. There's this idea that it's another really easy idea to fall into, that we just know everything in 2012. We know everything in 2014, we know everything in 2016, we know everything in 2018, that we don't learn from each ship that we make. When the reality is we do, and we should. We should learn from every ship.
Yeah, the problem is, CG, you never come back to the old ships.
Oh, gosh,
you
I
just
can't think of his name when we were
implement your
talking about the
knowledge
Perseus.
only for new money.
Probably. About the signage on the Perseus. It's we should learn from these things and get better with every single one.
Do we to go into this or not? Or have we got time to talk about Perseus, Polaris, and things?
Yeah, by all means, do it.
So I think there was a little misconception over the Polaris, is that we didn't have signage because we didn't know what we were doing, or we didn't have signage for this and the other.
I assumed you didn't know.
I'll be honest. I didn't want it to be overly signposted, and was that right? Probably not now, looking back at it, because the general feedback has been people much prefer it. For me, what I was trying to do with the Polaris was I wanted it to feel like a cold, intimidating, kind of brutalist space that wasn't like particularly welcoming, wasn't particularly well signposted. Like, there were all decisions that we were making to try and make it feel just somewhere that was a war machine. And that was kind of like the vision that I was trying to put into it. Did the team ask to put signage? Yeah, some of the team did want to put signage on it, and I was like, actually, I don't want to overcook it. Obviously, on top of that, it was the first time that we were learning a lot as we were going. We were building out kind of RSI kits. We were kind of investing a lot of time into like the underlying structure that we needed to then be able to build future ships quicker and smoother. And I think,
am I at least getting drops for this?
Perseus, we saw that a lot of the feedback was people didn't like it, people got lost, they didn't like the lighting, they thought it was bland and everything else. So we used the Perseus as an opportunity, and the NA team, they did a fantastic job with it. And all credit to those guys.
I got my drops done.
Like, what did we learn?
Nice.
What are we going to improve? And it's resoundingly been a success. Everyone seems to, or from what I've seen, it's been very, very positive in how that's been received. Are we going to go back and change that on the Polaris? Are we going to go back and make changes? We will make changes. When? It's not coming tomorrow. So yeah, we need a little bit of time to kind of go back and focus it. We are making some quality of life changes sooner rather than later, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to kind of like knee-jerk react, make loads of changes to it, put it all in, and then not be, just kind of rush it. I'd rather kind of do it right and have a little bit of time just to kind of let the dust settle, look at what was really successful, learn from it, and go in and make those changes to it. So I was trying to do one thing and it turned out people didn't like it, and that's fine. Like, that's absolutely fine. And I'd rather have the opportunity to go in and fix it than actually, no, screw you guys, you're kind of done. So yeah, we will go back, we will kind of make updates to it. Will it be as colourful and bright as what the Perseus is? Maybe, maybe not. But I want to experiment with it and try it first before I kind of hard commit to, this is exactly what we're doing.
I appreciate your candor on that. Chat's made that comment a couple of times in the show today. It's one of the things I like about getting to do these shows is that we get to just be real candid about that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's
bullshit.
Some things happen because of
bunch of
it takes a village, and there's 30 people involved in that, and a thing is like that because it has to be the synthesized decisions of 30 people, and that's why it ended up that way. And some things are, I wanted it that way, and I take credit and also responsibility.
Yeah, responsibility. That's
it. Exactly. And I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah. And whatnot. And again, just
what kind of responsibility though?
Eventually,
what kind of responsibility does he take?
In the short term,
anyone of them take with his decisions?
For the 600,
what responsibility? Is he not getting his paycheck? There's no responsibility. It's just shitty decisions they do.
That's not a schedule.
Without any consequences. Now I know where their gameplay with no consequences come from. They don't know what is a consequence.
Process into it, and I just want to make sure that we kind of
like what responsibilities, like what consequences.
The RSI kit, like in the last, starting with the Polaris. I know we just had some words about the Polaris interior, but there is so much of the Polaris that just pushed that RSI brand beyond.
Yeah, and then we also have the Zeus,
the Polaris and the Zeus.
Yep.
And stuff like this,
there was this whole thing with the Polaris and the Zeus where, for me, the Polaris was what originally I'd wanted RSI military ships to feel like, and the Zeus was this commercial, something like a little bit more inviting, a little bit more welcoming, and I think with the Perseus we kind of found that really nice balance between the two. So we just need to go back and sort it.
I'm excited about the future of RSI. I've always been, I've always been an admitted Drake guy because I like the usable future and everything, but the last year I've really come around on RSI. It's what I saw with the Zeus, what I saw with the Polaris was just like, oh, maybe I have a new favorite. And it's nice when your favorite also shares the boss's name, just as a political commentary. This next question is simply, shark mouth Perseus skin, please.
Maybe. Not sure yet. I'm going to be non-committal. I don't know. I'll be honest. When Chris asked for the shark mouth Idris, I was just like, nah.
Well, you know what I could. But, we got all these monthly holiday promotions.
It's just I slow to talk. I slow to talk. Oh my god.
I could go back there. We could invent Shark Week.
Shark Week. Okay.
Shark Week 30th century.
I talk too slow, so in comparison to me, they're very fast.
Force you to make shark paints for.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if someone in chat says that Shark Week's already a thing.
It is a thing.
Well, no, it is a thing in real life, but this is the 30th century.
Yeah. We just continued it.
The sharks still exist in the 30th century.
Manny, let's talk about a Shark Week.
Yeah, just a
Manny
bunch
doesn't
of
watch
cult
the show.
questions, yeah.
The next question, Star Kitten Perseus paint, please, by 2 different people.
One of them wasn't me, I promise.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this Mark? So it's always Star Kitten, isn't it?
Yep.
Bloody Star Kitten.
Just give us. Ben hates Star Kitten.
No.
He just
Like
everyone's like, give us Star Kitten. Ben's just like, nah, can't. I refuse.
Everyone thinks I hate Star Kitten. I don't hate Star Kitten.
It's like me and Drake.
I just want it to be used and released for a reason.
Deliberately.
Yeah, like if we have a Star Kitten celebration month, then yeah, of course we do Star Kitten paints, like, absolutely. But I don't want to just slap Star Kitten on it.
Are you challenging me?
No, just because everyone likes Star, I think it's got to feel right, and just slapping it on the side of a ship for no reason doesn't feel right to me. I'd love to build out that whole family, whole brand a little bit further, so it's not just Star Kitty. There's a whole host of characters.
Star Shark.
Star Shark, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, unless Chris asks me to, and then I'll.
I doubt that request will come.
Oh, don't know.
He does have a whimsical streak.
He is on board with doing
that
more
people don't give him
family,
credit
so,
for.
yeah.
You know, the fact that I've survived for 11 years proves he's got a whimsical streak. But last Perseus question: how will ammunition be replaced on the Perseus during combat? Will there be some kind of ammunition containers in the cargo?
So not a single real question.
Yes,
I asked one real question about the turrets, like about the actual gameplay, and they ignored it. Back at the start of the stream.
That you'll be able to.
There were Star
sort of
Kitten
restock
questions.
refuel
There
from
were like
select
copium
ships
animation
from the stores that
questions
you'd loaded
whatsoever.
onto their cargo
One real
goods,
question
there's
about
another
the
ship in there.
actual gameplay of the turret,
We talk about so much.
and it wasn't answered. It was absolutely ignored.
So that's more for like rearming and
This
refueling
is a
ships
bunch of
that are
fucking degenerate
docked
clowns,
aboard
bro.
Your ship, landed on your ship, but the same will apply to ammo as well. So if you've got ballistic ammo on your ship, ballistic weapons, short term, it will essentially hoover it out the cargo grid. Mid, long term, we'll have like dedicated space next to those turrets. We sort of left space for this in the Perseus 2 turret rooms. They're just arted up with like fluff. You see it in the stance attack. There's all this cool artwork that implies loading of stuff that you'll be then manually loading the specific ammo type into that area, and that will go to that weapon.
Salvation questions.
Sharing.
Can you add a button on the back of the Salvation to keep expelling the boxes in the buffer? Having to keep going into the cockpit to press the button should not be necessary. Thank you. That sounds like a bug.
Yeah, if you've pressed the button in the cockpit to keep auto-ejecting, it should just keep auto-ejecting, and if not, it's a bug.
Didn't get it working. It is a bug though, so if we get to issue cancel, we can get that looked into.
Okay. Will the Salvation fit in and work with the Galaxy's refinery module? Look, I mentioned the Galaxy.
Galaxy question, the only one.
It will fit inside the rear hangar, and then you can unload the cargo and refine it.
Yeah. There's like a big double door from the rear hangar to the modular section, so
It'll be relatively easy to fit inside there, to be honest.
we might have to stop.
Get a couple in there, not a bother.
I have to stop the Salvation flying through that double door into the refinery module.
I hadn't thought of that.
Good challenge.
No, I don't want people doing that.
Chat's like, Galaxy 2026 confirmed. What made you decide to lock the Salvation salvage beams to modified cinches instead of allowing them to be upgradable, swappable?
So the main role and purpose of the Salvation is to be a introduction into the actual the entire world of salvage. It's a good entry ship just to get started, and we wanted the heads that came with it to specifically try and be a easy experience. So it's very forgiving, but obviously the result is the yield isn't very good. It's just supposed to be, hey, listen, you know you don't really know what you're doing very well with it. Let's make it nice and easy for you. And then if you end up really liking the Kree and wanting to progress, you move out of the Salvation. Yeah. So we wanted to be able to very strictly control that experience and not have that head used on other ships, because it's not meant to be a good optimal head. It's just supposed to be
it's literally a starter.
A $60 head.
That's exactly in a nutshell. We don't want to add complexity to a starter.
Yeah, it's the same thing we did with the Golem.
Yeah.
Earlier
It's
this
exactly
year.
that it's the, when we originally talked about them, we talked about them being the opposite sides, one salvate.
Torsten's not here. I don't know if cinches are the best option for hull scraping. It's supposed to focus on hull scraping, but that might just be me being a little bitch.
The beauty of them being locked and bespoke versions is we can tune them. Like if they're not performing how we want, then we can change them.
All right, let's move on to Clipper.
No Clippy.
That was a. You ever see it? You know, there are things you see in this game. You know, in this project, you work here long enough, you see a lot of things. The Intrepid showing up early and everybody absolutely hating it, and then it going live, and then it moving like hotcakes as far as volume. The Clipper, you know, when we put it in, everyone's like, you put it into build, and you know, those folks who data mine and stuff like that, putting out YouTube videos and whatever, and be like, oh, this thing's so ugly and whatnot, and then it goes live, and I mean, it's now the most successful Drake introduction ship that we've ever done. Yeah. So where was I going with
Clipper is a very good
Where was
ship.
I going with this? I got
visually.
lost. Oh, there's a question here. They already wrote it. The Clipper. What will it be able to
sharing?
Obviously, we're not the people doing crafting, but so I can't give you exacts, but it's designed to be FPS items and small ship items, sort of within that world. It's not designed to be like, I want to make another vehicle. It's clearly not going to fit, and it's sort of part of the balance of that ship. Everyone's like, why does it not have a bigger cargo bay? Why doesn't it have a bigger this? It's the jack of all trades, master of none. It has a relatively small.
I think Clipper
grid,
will have 3-4 variants.
Relatively small crafting machine to sort of constrain.
Roberts.
I feel like there was a pretty good answer to this question in the Q&A. In the Q&A that got published alongside, and that's that, you know, basically, you know, crafting is still being worked on. We did a segment on it at Sysagon Direct, what the very first version of crafting is currently scheduled to look like. It should avail itself of everything in that first version, but then as crafting continues to develop and it continues to diversify, you know, the nature of what it can craft will probably change as the nature of what can be crafted in the game can change. So it's not really a answer that we can give right now. Trispone says, Jared, it's still ugly though. Your mom.
Ha ha ha! Jared made a your mom joke. Ha ha
Why is the Clipper, despite its massive physical size, only 2 size 1 shields?
Again, it's the jack of all trades, master of none. If we gave it really big shields, like when we were doing this ship, it had quite a few internal nicknames for its sort of its roles and capabilities, and we were pretty concerned it was just going to be like, when people first heard about it, they're like, this is going to break the game. Like, we need to have some form of like balance and control on it, and that's sort of why it doesn't have a huge amount of shields. Mm-hmm. And as a benefit of having size 1 shields, it means you can actually craft size 1 shields. Like if your shield gets destroyed, you can go craft another one on board and go fix it. Whereas if it had a size 2 shield, it's probably not going to fit. Like we wouldn't have had space to fit it. It would have got even bigger, taller, longer to fit.
Also, it's quite Drake, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it kind of fits with the theme.
Too many guns, too few shields.
Yeah.
Cutlass overs.
Send it. It's fine.
And this next question on the Clipper, we originally had Rich on the show from the vehicle experience team. He wasn't able to make it at the last minute, so this is really a question for him. But why limit the Clipper in speed to below 1,000 and not 1,100 to 1,200? This ship should be fast based on its name and the number of engines. So we know his answer was balance, just where it's supposed to be, in line with it being a generalist and not a specific speed demon kind of thing. There are a lot of engines.
There are, again, it's Drake. There's a lot of engines. They may not be the best engines in the world, but it makes up for them with the number.
Look cool.
This guy will be banned from my chat too.
exactly.
What's his Twitch name?
This it's a weird thing to like, but the animation on the engines is really satisfying to watch when you open it up. I don't know why. There are 2 things that are getting really. Again, it's really nice to see evolve over time. One is the ship animations are getting really, really, really dialed in. And 2, I'm gonna shout out Simon and everybody on CIG Audio, your ship audio lately.
Sharing.
We had Simon on, I can't remember how long, Simon and Phil on, about the new era and CIG audio team and whatnot, and what they've been doing for our ships this year, the L-22 weapons specifically.
The Wolf's noises were incredible. The audio from the weapons.
Like, I know it makes no sense to the vacuum of space. I don't care. Looks cool. Speaking of the Wolf, we only had one question here about the Wolf. Will the kits for the Wolf be available in-game for AUEC? Yes, eventually. The Wolf weapon kits are no different than the, let's see, how many have we done? So we introduced the first weapon kit with the Idris K. The Idris K was a weapon kit, and then we introduced that back in 2019 and whatnot, and yeah, it didn't come online until May of this year, but it came online there. The Heartseeker turret for the Hornet in February is another weapon kit. That is currently not in game. I just had a conversation with Andre and the economy guys. That's going in game in 4 or 5. It's just one of those things that we didn't see it. The Nova tank Gatling gun and the Scorpius missile turrets. Those were sold exclusively on the store for a period of time to fund the project, and then those are in game now. These are absolutely no different. It's no different than all those things that we've literally been doing since 2019 with the Idris K kit. It's the weapon kits, like the ship weapons. We used to. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. We used to make variants that were just weapon loadouts, like the Hornet Wildfire and the Saber Comet and stuff like this and whatnot. At the Starfighters, the Ion and the Inferno and whatnot. And I don't think any of us really felt super good about that. It was where the tech was at the time, and that's what we could do.
Sorry guys, I'm very tilted right now. I either rage or keep silent. The show will end and I'll go like a little bit more calm, right?
And I think
concentrate on the game. It's just these guys just trigger me the most.
Frankly. But it is still a means of just like we used to sell those. I'm just going to call them kind of crappy variants, weapon loadout variants. We used to sell those for stuff on the project. Now we do these instead of those, and like everything, they'll go into the game. I don't know what the period of exclusivity is, but it's not hardcore and defined. It's like the Heartseeker turrets going in now because it just is. But yeah, those will go in. The Idris K weapon kit will go in at some point back when I leave here. I don't think it's in right now. So I'll go and I'll talk to economy after this.
Idris T?
The Idris T kit, right, Idris T. We've done weapon kits for a while now. And so
by the way, Idris stuff is not on sale anymore. Idris is not on sale, Idris kits are not on sale, nothing.
The paints were a little bit broken when they went out.
Right.
It hurt me, but it was either that or broken damage, and it was deemed that we wanted the ship to function properly, even if the paints were a little bit broken. The yellow lines over the front retros just crushed me. Yeah. But it's been fixed. It was fixed within a few hours of the build going. It was just something that was too late for us to fix for the release.
And yes, Chad is reminding me eventually a way to get the railgun for the Idris M from the Idris M.
I think they shop.
Big shop.
Big shop.
Yeah. I think the big mistake is everybody assumes they go into UEC shops.
Yeah.
And that's never been what's said. They will be attainable in game. So for a long time, UEC shops were the only way we could do that. But now loot is diversifying. People have just seen the physicalization of helmets and stuff like this. There's going to be certain things that you can only get through loot. Crafting.
What fucking physicalization of helmets has to do with loot? What is he on crack, bro?
And Wicklow, everybody's favorite.
Everyone's favorite Banny.
Which some people online, not completely incorrectly, have dubbed crafting light. When it works. Despite what some people online have said, I've never sat here and lied to you, not once in 11 years. I'm not going to start now. But all of these different ways are ways to achieve, or ways to acquire things in game. It's not just automatically in UEC shops. That said, the Wolf kits will eventually be in UEC shops. I'm just making a point that it's not just automatically that. All right, so let's move to some general ship questions.
Sharing.
Really excited about the Generalist class of ships, seemingly formalized by the Clipper. Any other manufacturers that we might be seeing some Generalist ships from?
Yeah, definitely think it's in 2026. There'll definitely be at least one more. I'm not going to say any more than that.
We're just going to reveal the entire 2026 schedule tonight. That's right. All right. You're saying there's going to be another Generalist ship?
There'll be another Generalist ship.
I'm trying to scratch my head thinking what we signed up for. I can't remember.
It's been so many at this point.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is the next question, but why we've changed the categories and gone through them all.
Yeah, in 4.4, people probably logged in and saw that a lot of the categories were kind of fixed and updated on their ASOP.
I had a bug come across my desk for ground vehicles displaying as ground. And it annoyed me immensely. So I went into our tools to have a look at it and just discovered this web of broken stuff. And as you do, you start pulling at the thread and fixing one thing, and then you realize the inconsistencies. So we went through and aligned them all. We got rid of ground as a career, because whose career is ground. So all the combat vehicles that are ground vehicles are now combat with their sub-classification. And that just morphed into just re-looking at them all. Light, medium, heavy, freight.
Yeah.
We also realigned some of the categories because they were done 5+ years ago when we didn't have the range of cargo ships we have in game.
Yeah.
So we've sort of normalized that out to new numbers. I can't remember if we've published that, or it's our thing we're going to do, shipyard.
Yeah, no. We are. It's one of those things. You and I did the shipyard back in 2016, 2017, and we say every year that it's time to update it and whatever. Yeah. We are going to find time to do an updated shipyard in 2026. That's another thing that's coming in 2026. It's absolutely needed. I got to get these other teams I'm building fully up on board, and I'm not whatever. Then I can go back to that stuff.
It also knocked onto the web as well. Like the web store is an entirely different set of data, saying an entirely different set of things. So
I had to make a post. I had to make a post last week because we are part of the things. People are like, "What does Jared actually do when he's not filming like this?" Well,
he'll be filming.
One of the things I'm in charge of is this massive store audit that we're doing. So we made a mistake. We've been trying to add. We've been slowly working out definitions for all the different roles and the types, and adding them to the website. And Rome's not built in a day. But I made an update to, and it was me who did it. I made an update to, I can't even remember what ship it was, and I removed part of a definition that I didn't mean to remove, and I had to oh nope, that's not an actual change. That's me trying to do a good thing, messing up. So we put it on there. Jared, we want more video content because we like it. I like it too. And there will be more.
He hates it, actually.
Probably not back to what it was at the high day, but I am bound and determined to do more next year than we did this year. That's another thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Save this for New Year's Eve.
This sort of is our. No. It's kind of our New Year's Eve.
Have you talked ever to Jared off his pretty shows?
Have you made any good progress on the Caterpillar and Ironclad command modules?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good question.
Excellent question.
Oh, okay, fine.
No,
it's fine. That's fine. That's all you want from me, Jared.
Go ahead and say it.
So the actual Parasite stuff for being able to take control of the large ship and fly and control it. We've actually got the first playable coming up very soon. They've used a prototype of existing ships, but the ironclad and the command module have been built with it in mind. There's slight tweaks needed for them to use it with that, but first playable's coming up soon, and we're currently on track to have it come out with it, with the actual release of the ironclad.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Was there any truth to the rumor that you just took?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Copilot doesn't properly work.
On it, called it the Clipper.
No.
Now that you think about the shape, it's similar.
No, we turned it upside down and called it the Cutter.
Yeah, that was the Cutter, yeah.
5 new ships released at this year's IAE, yet all are missing a practical, quite useful element. Downward-facing landing lights. Why is this critical element being overlooked in ship design? Are you stupid?
Maybe.
I added that last one.
I mean, possibly. So I think if it depends what
How
context you're
about
talking about, 'cause if
down-facing
the practical
camera
purpose
instead of
them, it's the
lights,
same
huh?
reason that people wanted really, really powerful headlights and lights on the ship. It's to help them navigate in the dark, so it's easier to land and go about on dark planet surfaces. When we kept extending the range of the headlights, it didn't work well. It's really unperformant. And when you got a group of ships together and they're all pointing at each other, it was impossible to see anything, because it would just be like driving down the highway.
Everyone remembers the scouts.
Everyone's got the high
scouts
on.
super bright thing you can see from orbit.
Yeah, it was too much. But people need a way to be able to actually navigate in the dark. Like, absolutely, that's something that's needed. So
night vision landing camera.
So we do have plans for a solution. It's a system called we're calling it LAMP.
Star Lamp.
Not Star Lamp.
I mean, I didn't pick the name, Garrett. I didn't pick the name of it. But it's LAMP.
Lamp is back.
It's to.
I love LAMP.
Oh, I love that film. The entire purpose is light amplification, so it's to let people be able to fly and navigate at night. It's currently in early stages. We don't exactly know when it's going to be going out, but what it does is it puts light amplification on all of the canopy glasses, so you actually be able to see what you're doing in the dark.
Yeah. If people have used the FPS scopes with the light amplification, it's a more expanded version of that.
For your cockpit glass?
For your cockpit glass.
Oh.
So that's the solution to have you navigate at night. Now, if the question was because it's cool,
it's a gamma slider on your cockpit glass. Wow, 2026.
Still one, especially on what's the one that took off and landed vertical?
Sula.
Yeah, so that was good for that. With the Clipper debuting an integrated crafting station, are we going to see them added to existing ships such as the Carrack or Aquila?
Carrack, yes, because it was one of the promised features of that ship was this repair room, which at the time sort of was pretty undefined, but now it's repair is sort of like crafting your own small items for things, and you can sort of repair.
Bold of you to assume 2026, true.
And we were talking about the Kilo. We can't remember that being a thing for it.
I don't remember that either. I think that.
If someone has some hard evidence for that being a thing, put it in chat or comments or the Spectrum thread. Tag me on Spectrum.
Send your comments, John Crew.
Yeah.
We spent like a good hour today digging through every single bit of the old marketing material for every generation of it and couldn't find a thing about it on the Aquila.
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 Tomato.
Aquila.
If anyone has got anything of it, just tag me and John Spectrum. Yeah.
I do look on Spectrum, but it's.
You just don't reply.
I don't reply because I get a lot of tags.
Okay, so here's another one. With another large ship added, Perseus, conspicuously lacking the option to reserve a name, even if it wouldn't be visible in game, can someone please give us an update on the intentions around ship naming? We've had absolutely no word in years to confirm or deny that the original reservation system is still aligned with the team's philosophy. If it is, then what's stopping you from adding ship naming simply on the web hanger side, so we can reserve the unique names we have in mind?
So from a vehicle content point of view, there's two things there. Since we introduced vehicle naming and serials with the Hercules and a slew of other ships, we've done the setup on all the ships to support having names since then. So anything in like the last 3-4 years?
4 years.
Has the setup for it. We're not, at least from an art point of view, not particularly happy with how it works because it's basically a fixed size, maximum 32 carat long length string that goes on the exterior of the vehicle. If you name your ship B, it's the same size B as if you had 32 Bs in a line. So it doesn't look great. It doesn't react to the paints. We get to pick the font and the color in the current system. So if you pick, you've got a black hull ship with white font, looks great on the default. You go put a white paint on.
Did I miss the mission?
It doesn't react to that.
Is it done, did he?
Enhance
we
that.
didn't get a chance to shoot. Yeah, it's done.
Either the paints have an override for the serial numbers and colors, or the serials do some magic to detect that.
Did it say it done it?
And
You
we also
done
wanna,
it?
like,
New
highlight
mission?
them
New
with
mission?
lighting. So, like you see on the Enterprise, it has little lights that illuminate up the name and the serial number, and we need that to work with the dynamic scaling side of it as well. So from a content side of view,
sharing,
it works. We're not particularly happy with it. There's also a huge amount of work that goes on the platform side that they would need to answer. I know it's a hugely manual process because of the way so many people own so many ships, and because it's unique names, they do it in a wave system. So you need to go work out the owners of every ship, divide it into waves, let each wave have time, and like I say, it's manual, and then it has to be approved because people on the internet put naughty words on the outside of their spaceship.
Yeah, it basically needs feature work.
Yeah,
yeah. Really.
We can do it, but it's a huge amount of manual work. That
Still wanted. Chris is being busters on it. It just needs feature work.
Nigel says, we set all the ships up. There's some polish and niceties that we would like to improve the visuals, but then it's more on the feature side that's the issue.
We need it to be scalable as well. From like the time investment to set it up, it's a huge amount of it. There needs to be more practical way to do it.
I'm gonna name my UES John Crew Mark II when they let me name my Perseus.
Back away from this one because it looks like a hard
one. Making these mind up.
Trying to work out which
settle
this
in.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of them.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's me. I'm in trouble. Oh.
Don't say a word. Mm-hmm. Gonna need some more info on the battlecruiser there, Chief. Don't say a word. Oh. Don't say a word. I'll say this so that if somebody gets angry at me, they can just come to me. The battlecruiser, for those of you who don't know, is our last concept. It's from the original crowdfunded campaign.
There we go.
We didn't do any concept ships this year. It's our intention to never do another concept ship again, other than the battlecruiser. And when it comes,
I'm gonna watch the chat for this.
Being a giant military style thing, if only there was a giant military style event that would be appropriate to reveal such
Invictus.
things. That's probably where you might expect to learn more about it.
Yep.
And definitely not here, where we've already spilled the beans on too much of the 2026 schedule.
Abandoned mission, Cutlet, it was...
Okay.
Did you confirm the manufacturer then or not?
No, we're not revealing that.
Wait, did you just confirm it for 2026?
Sharing.
I feel like we're not doing 2026.
Did I?
No. You didn't.
Citizen Joel's like, open development. Open development doesn't mean we just say everything that comes into our brain. That's never been what open development is. It's never what it's going to be. Open development. It's been very open.
No, you weren't. You were never open, Jared.
All right. Have you identified a stopping point where SC will have enough ships?
No.
That's a good question.
Well, why does there have to be a limit?
Well, like, we haven't even, like, if you think of a matrix of all different sizes,
we haven't even started,